Hi, my beautiful people. Hope all is well. Hope everyone's doing good. Um, First, I want to thank everyone for that post that I shared from someone else. I'll probably find the name later and mention it in the video. If not, you guys should know what I'm talking about. It's the one showing all the kindness, and that really encouraged me and helped prepare me for this point that I'm going to touch on, the point that I'm going to touch on this video today, or all the points that I'm going to touch, because it was really refreshing, as someone mentioned in the comment of that post that I shared, to see that there's still a lot of us out here that cares, and that will still that is still kind, and that really means a lot to me. So you see me looking here, but this is just to help me stay on point. All right. So I want to start off. I want to say that as you guys know, I love you guys, and I'm forever grateful to you guys, forever grateful to God, forever grateful to you guys. I want to send out blessings and prayers to everyone that have lost a loved one lately and in the past, right? However, today I'm going to be talking about Chadwick Boseman. Okay, and the reason I'm going to be talking about him is because, as you guys know, I'm always talking about kindness, being kind, loving each other, caring for each other, respecting each other, and it takes nothing out of us, to do that. It's nothing but a generous, priceless act. And I mean, for so many human beings, that's like the hardest thing to do. Some people don't even think about it. All right. So, as we know, Mr. Boseman passed away, and it is stated that he had cancer, right? And Mr. Boseman, of course, is the guy from the Black Panther, right? You guys know who I'm talking about, right? Right, so that's who we're talking about. And you know what really, and condolences to his family. But you know what's double heartbreaking about this whole situation? To think, and I'll see if I find a post, because I want to mention that person. To think that someone put out a post stating that on social media, that there were actually people on social media that was making fun of Mr. Chadwick Boseman, in regards to his weight loss. And that's the picture I just showed you. In regards to his weight loss, people was more or less doing the online bully thing, that heartless thing, that hateful act that I'm always talking about. That's what they were doing, not knowing that all this time this young man was dying before our very eyes. Dying, literally, before our very eyes. Shame on you. Whoever participated in the gossip and the whatever they thought, maybe he had AIDS, maybe he was on drugs, maybe, whatever it is, all the negative things that whoever you are was saying about this gentleman, this role model. Shame on you. It's heartbreaking, and it's sad, really, really sad, to see how we are so quick to judge. Quick to judge. Because we have nothing better to do with our life. Not that we have nothing better to do. We refuse to find something better to do with our life. So we look for, and for me, ugly. You know what is ugly to me? Ugly is not about physical for me, Ugly is when you're cruel, when you're mean, you're unkind, you're rude, you're disrespectful for absolutely no reason at all. Then for me you're ugly. And it was very ugly of those people that passed their mouth, as we would say, in my country where I'm originally from, Trinidad and Tobago, right? Passing their mouth on the gentleman, not knowing that he was sick. That's why we need to think before we talk. We need to have a kind heart so that kindness will come out. What's in the heart is what comes out the mouth. What comes out the mouth is what's in the heart. Very, 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 very sad. And this gentleman, may he rest in peace. But I really wanted to say that. So if that's indeed a fact that he was bullied online, because the post said that he was trolled, bullied, and called names on the internet for losing weight, when in fact he was dying. Never ridicule a pain you have never encountered. Never do that. People are silently fighting battles that you don't know of. If you can't help them or even pray for them, don't call them names. Don't call them names. And the way I took the picture, I can't see the name of the person that posted this, but if you happen to see this video, you know who you are, and I want to thank you. 100% and more. You couldn't have said this better. Okay? So again, may Mr. Boseman rest in peace, and our condolences goes out to his family. All right? And to fast forward, I want to send out prayers. I want to thank those the rescuers that rescued those kids. And here it is. Yeah. Remember that the 39 missing children in Georgia that was rescued during an operation. So we want to it says authorities have found 39 missing children in Georgia during a 2-week effort to rescue endangered minors. All right. So I want to send a big shout out to the authorities. And then if I don't find it here, I know I think they found another 25 children again. We're talking about human trafficking. So that's another thing. We have all these children suffering. Whilst we're here, we can eat, we can laugh, we can talk. Some of us find the idle time to make fun of people and call people names like they bullied Mr. Boseman. We have children suffering. Have no idea where in the world they are. But again, thanks to the authority for the great job on finding these kids. Okay. Also, to fast forward, remember I did a video on Tramel Bonnell, the Trump supporter, black Trump supporter in Milwaukee that was murdered, and it is alleged that it might be because he's a Trump supporter, because he's known for walking around with the Trump sign and having all the Trump's, like vote saying signs that says vote Trump or support Trump or make America great again, that type of thing, on his garage and on his properties and on the sidewalk and things like that. And he was murdered, and someone had asked me a few days ago, I think, or a week ago, if I had any update on that. So what I saw on that is that they said that a suspect described as a male in his 30s, I guess about 200 pounds, was last seen wearing a white and red baseball cap, and they have that and mask covering, a black mask covering the lower portion of his face. So maybe it's one of the masks that we're wearing nowadays. And then they described what he was wearing and everything, and it says that he is the suspect in that case, in the Trammell Bonnell case, or Bonnell Trammell, sorry, case. The black Trump supporter that was murdered, and it is alleged it might have been because he's a Trump supporter. So this is what I found on that, and this is the update that I have on it. Okay, so they have a suspect, a male, male suspect. Did they say black? Probably not. But anyway, they have a suspect, and he's in his 30s and weighs about 200 pounds. And this is the picture that they show. Let me show you. You can see that. I don't know if you can see that. This is it. I don't know if you can see that. It gives a blend. All right, so that's what I have. That's the update that I have on that. Okay. And this was the story that I talked about. Remember that? Right, and that's the gentleman with the signs and whatnot. They just kind of show that again. But so, and again, condolences to the family of Mr. Bonnell Trammell. Okay, I think I was saying Trammell Bonnell first, but it's Bonnell Trammell. All right, so that's the next sad situation, and we send prayers out to their family as well. I mean, we have people that's losing loved ones, dying for different reasons. We have missing kids, Louise Bobby Collins had posted on this little girl, an 11-year-old girl that went missing after taking out the trash, and then your child went to take out the trash and goes missing. I mean, that's how ludicrous is that? And this is the post right here, in case you probably saw it already, or you want to go look at it again. All right, and we also lose NBA star Cliff Robinson, and he died at 53. So Mr. Boseman died at 43, I think it is, and then we had the NBA star Cliff Robinson, and he died at 53. Our condolences and prayers go out to his family. Let me see what else I want to touch on. Guys, we really need to get with this program of being kind and stop, I think too many of us is running around, and this is just my opinion. All right, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I think too many of us is just running around sharing, and I'm saying there's a lot of issues that needs to be worked on. And my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but my opinion is, please, let's just start with kindness. Whilst I think while so many are running around pulling the race card, and that's not nice, because you know what? I believe that it is what it is. If someone is doing something wrong, and I think I said this before, it is wrong no matter what color, creed, or race they are. Okay? So we need to really stick with the point and focus on kindness and not using history to make us worse people. We want to use history to make us better people. And guys, bear with me because I'm trying to word this in the kindest, most polite, non-offensive way possible, because if you guys know me well, my goal is to never offend anyone, but truth must be told. We need to learn how to stick with the point. When someone does something wrong, that does not mean everyone should be blamed for that, because none of us would like to be blamed for something that we did not do. Okay? So, hi. Hi, honey. You know, so to fast forward, I also want to send out prayers. I saw this post from Melanie Delancey, and this is for, it says, officer shot in South St. Louis has passed away. Let me see if I have the story on it. And it said 2 officers were shot by a man in South Street, St. Louis on Saturday evening, and now one of them had died, and this is the officer. And I want to say prayers go out to the officer and family. Also, definitely we're sending prayers out to what's his name that got shot, that was shot by the police officer in the back. So that's another thing, right? About that incident with the gentleman that was shot in the back, that was separating the fight. I'm trying to find it here. I have so many things here. Or I think his girlfriend and another lady, and then when the cops arrived on the scene, they asked him to stop. Remember, we saw that video, and then I guess he was upset, so he kept going, and he had the children in the back of the car, and he reached, when he opened the door, he reached into the car for what, I have no idea what he was reaching for, but he was shot. And I mean, these things are just so tragic, and I feel really, really hurt by these things. And so prayers goes out to that family as well. And it's just really so much going on. We also Kevin Peng, he lost his dad, and I just want to say prayers goes out to you and your family. And because I saw the post, okay, so I don't know him personally, but it's just things that touch me, and I just wanted to touch on it, right? What else I have? Oh yeah, so just to show a picture of the guy that got shot, right? And we're sending prayers out to him and his family. And I took that off of someone's site. Then we have the detective Tanisha Paulsley, I think it's pronounced as, and that's the Montgomery detective that was shot and killed at her home earlier this week. And black officer, young lady, and I'm going to just try to show you a picture of her as well. Don't know if you can see it. sending prayers out to her family as well. Just really a lot going on, and it breaks my heart, for any unjust murders that have happened, be it by the police officer, be it by just black on black, black on white, white on white, whatever it might be, unjust killing and murdering. I'm sincerely praying for this to stop, for this to come to an end. I'm just praying for peace, sending prayers out to the family that's dealing